I don't know if anybody thought that Tony Petitti was going to lead a conference that has 18 members
Yeah.
ever, right? You played in the Big Ten, but that is now the reality for the commissioner of the Big Ten and the conference that you and I are a part of. When you look at the 4 additions this year and the landscape of the league, I'm curious, for someone who played in it back in the day, you covered it over a variety of different stops in your illustrious career, Todd, and now you just saw year one with 18 teams.
Yeah.
How did that land on you this past season?
Well, first of all, it was as a fan and just, a Midwesterner. I mean, it was certainly odd, and but as a broadcaster, I loved it because it immediately improved our schedule and the opportunity, for picking games, not just for us, but for all three networks. I think all three networks benefited from the addition of those 4 teams. Now, it also helped that Oregon was an elite team this past year. USC, I think everybody expected to be, a team that was going to be in the mix for it down the stretch, and it didn't play out that way. But they're still a huge brand, and there were still a couple great games. The Penn State at USC game that went into overtime was a great football game and a great TV game. So I think it was excellent in terms of adding value to the league, adding value to the TV options for all three networks. When I signed up to come to NBC, I certainly didn't envision making 4 trips to the West Coast, but I did last year. But I mean, look, Oregon was great. Washington, we caught them a couple really good times. We had the Washington Michigan game, and Seattle is an awesome place, an awesome venue for college football. When they're playing well, and that place is full and loud. So we had a great evening there, and then USC and UCLA. I mean, USC at times looked really good. UCLA had their moments. So hopefully going forward, all 4 of those teams will continue to be major players in it. But I think it makes for interesting matchups. It makes for good TV, just a lot more travel.
Yeah, a lot more, a lot more travel indeed.